Hey guys, okay, so I'm back with my Q&A that I talked about doing on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I asked you guys to ask me some questions for a question and answer, and I'm gonna try and answer as many as I can without making this drag out too long. I got a lot more questions than I thought, so thank you guys so much for the questions. I appreciate it. Okay, so what is your favorite part of being pregnant so far, and your least favorite? My favorite part of being pregnant so far is because it's something so, I never knew that I could feel so much love for something that something that she's not even here yet, but I'm so in love with her already, and it's already changed my life so much, and I just feel so happy and just so full of love all the time, and so lucky and grateful, and just, that's my favorite part, is just like the overwhelming amount of love that I already feel for her. My least favorite part of being pregnant, there's not like anything that's happened during my pregnancy that's just like drove me absolutely insane. I don't really have anything that I don't absolutely love. I guess not being able to eat and drink whatever I want, that would be probably the only thing. How much has your life changed since Big Brother? Well, a lot. I was on Big Brother almost three years ago, and as you guys know, I have gotten married, I'm pregnant, I've bought a house, I have new career paths. My life has definitely changed for the better since Big Brother. It was definitely off to a rough start, and it was a lot of hard work to, I guess you would say, turn things around. It was definitely not easy. I lost my dad, who was a huge part of my life. If you guys have followed my journey so far, you do know all of these things, but for those of you who don't, it's been a huge roller coaster, and Big Brother was a huge learning experience. I got to learn a lot about myself, a lot of things that I was proud of, a lot of things that I really wasn't proud of, so I've been able to make a lot of changes and better my life a lot, so I'm really thankful for the whole process. What does it feel like to be pregnant? It feels like the exact same that it's always felt, it's just with a big like foreign object on your stomach that sometimes moves around. That's what it feels like, but it doesn't feel too uncomfortable or anything. It feels really nice. It's just a really happy feeling. So being pregnant, I think, is wonderful. How did you decide on your daughter's name? I talked about this in my previous video, but just long story short, the first time I heard the name, I fell in love with it. I just think it's so beautiful. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it's spelled. I just think it's gorgeous. What's the biggest craving so far? And are there any at this current time at 20 weeks? My biggest craving has been for sour, salty, and spicy. And currently I don't have any cravings, I'm just my normal self. I just eat a lot more than I used to. What is the one thing you're looking forward to being able to do again post-birth? I'm looking forward to being able to work out and push myself as hard as I want without having to worry about somebody else's safety or well-being. I really miss being able to just work out so hard that I feel like I'm dying, and I can't do that anymore, so I really am looking forward to doing that after pregnancy. Do you and your mother have any similarities in her pregnancy with you and yours with your baby? I'm gonna bring her in for this one.
Yes, we both got really fat.
Okay, that's enough with that one. You can leave. You're dismissed now.
No, I think the only similarities that I know about is that you've told me that you haven't really been sick. I wasn't sick a day, really not one day. I worked out the entire time, and you're working out. So I think the fact that you craved fruit a little bit. I craved fruit all the time. So I think that's really our major similarities. We've both been pretty healthy and everything's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What workouts do you do other than spinning? None. How and when did you meet your husband? I think a lot of you guys know this one, but we met in Houston in Midtown at this bar called Dogwood. And it was not very long after Big Brother that I met him. I was up at the bar with my friend Colette, and he kind of came up and used a weird pickup line on me, and I wasn't having it, and I kind of just like brushed him off, but he talked to my back for like 10 minutes, and when I finally like turned to actually give him the time of day, I was like, I've been very rude. It's like, wow, he's handsome, and we instantly hit it off. And we were kind of inseparable ever since then. What was your favorite part about being on Big Brother? I love a challenge. I love a challenge. I love pushing myself. I love feeling accomplished when I can achieve things. And I felt really empowered on Big Brother during my time in the house. During my time in the Big Brother house, I felt really empowered. I felt like even though I did let a lot of people influence me in the house, but that's my personality in general, that's just who I am, I just felt like I made a lot of good decisions and a lot of bad decisions. But I think I just am, even though I'm not proud of a lot of things that happen on Big Brother, there are a lot of things that happen that I am very proud of, that I feel like I worked really hard to make it as far as I did, and I worked really hard in the competitions. I just pushed myself, and I'm just really proud of the things that I did accomplish when I was there. How many children do you and Nick want? We're gonna have anywhere from 2 to 4 children. It just depends on how we're feeling, because I don't know exactly how I'm gonna feel once I have Skyla and once I have a second child. I would like to have one of each, but if we end up having 4 girls, then we end up having 4 girls, or who knows, but I really would like to have a boy in the future, at least a boy. Did you just self-tan? You look amazing. Thank you. I did, and I used Loving Tan, and I just spoke about it in my video, but if you're not pregnant and you're not interested in pregnancy, I'll show it to you right now. This is it. It's called Loving Tan. I really would like to get it to focus, but it's like a shiny bottle, so it's kind of hard to see. But it's called Loving Tan, and it is a bronzing mousse. Guys, this is where it's at. I will never use another tanner again. Were you trying for a baby, or was she a surprise? And how did Nick react to the pregnancy? We were not trying, but we were not trying. If you watch my vlogs, you kind of know a little bit about this, but I stopped taking my birth control. We thought that it was going to take a lot longer to conceive, and it ended up happening immediately. So yes and no. Nick reacted very surprised and shocked. He was like, didn't believe that I was pregnant until we went to our first appointment, which was like 4 weeks. He just was like, no way, there's no way, like that's so soon. So once we actually went to our first ultrasound and he saw the baby and everything, he just kind of lost it and got so excited. And now Nick has just been like growing in excitement every day. It's really cute to watch. Now I'm gonna have a baby, and I'm married, and I have a ranch to manage and a small business to run. And I really like the way that things are going in my life right now. I don't necessarily know if I want to top that over. You know, I've worked pretty hard to get here, so I don't want to ruin that. What color do you think the baby's eyes are going to be? I have no idea, absolutely no idea, because Nick and I are on absolutely opposite ends of the spectrum. But I don't really care what color her eyes are. I just want her to be healthy. Your favorite pregnancy compliments versus most annoying ones you get. For example, one of my friends hated when people would tell her, oh my God, you're popping. She got mad. Favorite pregnancy compliments. I love it when people say, you're glowing, or you look so cute, or oh, I can finally, looks like you're pregnant. Those things don't bother me because I know that I've gained weight and I know that I'm getting bigger. But I don't like it when people say like, oh my God, you're so big, or oh, you've gotten so big, or like I said this just now in my pregnancy vlog, I don't like it when people say, just wait, you don't know anything yet, just wait. Or like unsolicited advice. I can't stand unsolicited advice. If I ask you for your advice, please give it to me. In a lot of my videos I say, guys, let me know your thoughts. I want to know where your head's at. And I do like to hear people's advice when it's asked for. When people just interject their opinions about my pregnancy or about my future parenting, I do not like that. That drives me crazy. And I feel like some people get on like a parenting high horse or a pregnancy high horse because they've been there before, or they've, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, so they kind of act like you don't know what you're talking about because you're not as far along as them and they're a veteran and you're a rookie. I don't like that dynamic at all, and it's really off-putting when people act like that, so I don't like that. What are your birthing plans? I'm expecting our first in March. It's so exciting. Are you wanting a natural birth or is that not for you? I'm going to have an epidural and I really hope I don't have to have I think it's called an episiotomy. I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen. But I am going to have an epidural because I have really low pain tolerance. But I am going to be giving birth in a hospital. Cloth diapers, vaccines. What are your fees? Oh, what are your views? I'm not going to be doing cloth diapers. I'm going to be just doing disposable diapers. And vaccines, yes, I'm vaccinating her for everything. I know that is a hot topic, but I was vaccinated for everything and I have been extremely healthy in my life. So Nick and I have talked about this and we are going to go ahead and vaccinate her for everything. When will your Etsy store reopen? I love the tumblers. Thank you. We thought we were going to be able to open like really soon, like possibly a couple days. When I had posted that we were going to be reopening soon and I thought it would be able to happen in the next couple of days, but sometimes the Eddies just take a little bit longer and we have about 17, I think, on the table right now that we need to finish up. They take multiple days to complete. So as soon as we get some spots opening up, we will reopen and we're going to periodically open and close as we have spots open up. So we can't take like huge bulk orders because it just pushes the production time way back and we don't want you guys waiting like our customers have had to wait in the past because we had such a long line. We don't want that to happen. We want to be able to get to your order right away when you place it. How did you tell your mom you were pregnant? Congratulations on having a baby girl. I called her right away and I just told her I'm pregnant and I think she teared up a little bit. Mom, did you tear up a little bit when I told you I was pregnant?
Yes, after I picked myself up off the floor.
She said yes after she picked herself up off the floor. Yeah, I just called her right when I found out. How did your mom react when you were having a girl?
Well, I'm the only one that believed it was a girl. Everyone, including Aaryn, thought it was a boy. But I just knew that it was a girl. And it was very, very, very exciting. But I've been telling Aaryn for about, let's see, when you were 13, maybe 12. I hope that you have a little girl exactly like you. So I have been waiting for this moment and it's so
But tell
amazing.
them why you hope that I would have a girl exactly like me.
Because she was a little difficult to say. She was a daddy's girl, which is no problem. I'm happy that she loved her daddy. But she and I butted heads. For example, Aaryn said her first word when she was 4 months old. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. Her first word was Bo, our dog. Her second word was Dada. And I was third, which was okay. But she started talking because she was only around adults all of her life. So I remember her dad coming home with her one day. They had been out driving around in the truck and she was standing up in the front seat of the truck. This is what her dad, George, told me. And of course she didn't have a seatbelt on because that was her dad.
On the ranch.
On the ranch,
No
but still,
public roads.
it doesn't matter.
A dirt road, backwoods, country.
You can still flip a four-wheeler on a dirt road, can't you, Aaryn? Yes, or a truck. Yes, but anyway, so at 18 months old, she stood up in the front seat of the truck and looked at her dad and said, I love to make my mama crazy. And so that's why that I hope that Aaryn would have a little girl exactly like her. But if she is, we're gonna love her too.
I've had some people asking about the nursery and we haven't exactly started it. I've moved all of her stuff into the nursery and all of my office stuff out of the nursery. So it hasn't been started yet, but if you're really interested to know where we are right now in my nursery, go back and watch my 20-week pregnancy video because that's where I talk about what's going on recently with the nursery. But I am going to be doing a nursery tour when we have it all done. Did you have a boy and girl name picked out before you knew the gender? I did. If I had a boy, his name was going to be George after my dad. Are you going to breastfeed or bottle feed? I'm going to breastfeed. Do you have a theme picked out for the nursery and how did you decide on it? I do. I've been talking about it in my vlogs. It's going to be gray, like a vintage gray, light pink, and silver. And I'm going to have silver giraffe accents. And I decided on it because when I picture what her nursery is going to look like, that's just what popped into my head. Who do you think the baby is going to look and act more like? Ooh, that's a tough one. It's really a toss-up. I have no idea, but I hope she's a little bit more like Nick because he's a lot more calm and collected, and I really look up to Nick, so I hope she has a lot more of Nick's personality traits than mine. If I ended up having a boy, would I be mad? No, I absolutely can't wait to have a boy. How far apart are you wanting your kids' ages to be? I probably, after I give birth with Skyla, I'm going to wait at least 1.5 years before I start trying to get pregnant again. What does it feel like when Skyla kicks? Really weird. It feels like someone's like doing like a little thump from the inside. It's really cool. How excited is your husband about having a baby girl? Do you feel like this experience has made you guys' relationship closer? He's extremely excited about having a girl. We initially thought that it was going to be a girl because the heart rate was so high. And then when I told him that I had done the Ramsay test, the nub theory test, and the IntelliGender test, and they all said boy, he was a little bit bummed out because he had got his initial hopes up thinking we were having a girl. So when I got my blood test results back and told him it was a girl, he was completely over the moon. You can actually go back in my YouTube videos and see me telling Nick that we're having a girl. Has it brought our relationship closer? I think so. I think that our relationship gets closer all the time, and I'm very lucky because I know that a lot of people, the first year of marriage is like rocky road, but with us, I think that it's been getting better, so I feel really lucky about that. Unless I have somebody coming in there to do video, because I do want to have the labor and delivery on video. Obviously not like the extreme parts, but like, you know, from like this part up, I would like to be on video. And then once they hand her to me, I really want that moment, and I want to have that moment on my channel for you guys to join in with us. Are you planning on making your own baby food, and how long do you hope to breastfeed for? You know, I don't know the answer to either of those. I'm like a rookie, so I wish I knew the answer, but I don't. I think it would be fun to make my own baby food, and I'm gonna probably breastfeed for, well, not as long as I can, because I don't want to be one of those, I don't want this to sound bad, but there is a point where it looks awkward that you're still feeding your child. Like, for me, I don't know. There's gonna be a point when she's just like, I don't know. I feel like I'll just know and just look at her and be like, girl, no, not anymore. I don't know. What is your workout regimen like while pregnant, and what are you doing to help with weight gain or to stay in shape? I do spin. I don't do any other type of workouts. And for like eating, I'm trying really hard to eat organic and to eat more vegetables and protein rather than sugar and carbs, but I won't lie, I'm still kind of eating whatever I want. So my weight gain is getting a little out of control. I just tried to put a pair of my pre-pregnancy jeans on, and they like came up mid-thigh, and I got really upset. So that means I'm gaining weight in my thighs and everywhere. So I'm not really happy about that. Is Skyla's middle name also your middle name? Yes, it's Elizabeth. Pregnancy, I think it's probably the same as everybody else, that, you know, I just want to have a healthy baby. So anything happening to Skyla, or Skyla being sick or having any type of problems, that's definitely my biggest fear. The products that I use in the detail section of that video. It's called Get Ready With Me. You went to Lizette at Nordstrom's, I see. That she's talking about my eyebrows. I actually didn't. I don't know why they look a little bit better today. Maybe because I combed them out, or maybe because it's, I don't know, but I haven't gone yet. I tried to get in today and they were booked. I was very sad, but thank you. How many people did you tell right away? A lot more than I should have, I think. More than a handful. Co-sleeping or not? Yes, co-sleeping. Brand of diapers and wipes? I don't know yet, because people tell me that she's going to hate certain ones. So I guess I'm gonna start out trying with Honest Company and Pampers wipes, I think. Honest Company diapers and Pampers wipes is what I have right now to start her off, but I'm going to obviously change those up if she doesn't like them. All of your feelings and emotions, and to think about lots of different scenarios in life. I don't know how to really explain it. I hope she's very eclectic. Yeah, I hope she's I'm very thoughtful and eclectic, and I hope that she gets that from me. Not that Nick's not thoughtful, but I hope she's on my side when it comes to that. Have you chosen a bassinet? Yes, the Halo swivel bassinet, the one that has the buttons on it, and it has like different, like, I think it might vibrate, but I know it has sounds. And because you can lay in bed and you can literally pull it over you. I cannot wait for that. Did you get the name Skyla and Duchess from Wolf of Wall Street? No, but girl, I love that movie, and I do love the Duchess, and her daughter is named Skyla, but that's not where I got it, but that's a pretty good, that's a really good observation, actually. And okay, this says this is the last one. Same question for your mother about your quirks and trait. Like, what do you want her to receive that we both have?
From Nick.
And what do you don't want her to receive from us?
Okay, I don't know anything that I don't want her to receive from Nick. Nick is Nick is
okay.
Nick is amazing, and I love him, and he's just perfect. Nick is so calm and kind and considerate and generous, and he's just a stand-up guy, and he has so many qualities, but he's just calm, and I like calm because you are completely opposite of calm. You are she's done this face all her life. Aaryn is a little dramatic, so that would be the trait that I hope she doesn't get. You're a little dramatic, okay? Anybody know her? She's dramatic, but but I love you. From you, I think you're very tenacious, and when you put your mind to something, you make it happen. Whatever it is that you want, you go after it with a passion, and you do everything until you reach that goal. So I hope that Skyla has that trait. And why didn't you prepare me for these questions?
I don't know. Okay, guys, that's all we have time for today. I actually think I answered every single question that was on my Instagram question feed. Great. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. We appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.